Yeah, well, I was just driving along King Street, and just out of the corner of my eye, I saw a gentleman who had just fallen over, I assumed, with a few ladies, and I got the opportunity just to pull over a little bit past them, and as I got out, I looked to see was there anybody assisting them, and there was one gentleman who was already helping, and a couple of ladies trying to phone for an ambulance. So I just went over to see could I help, and I was able to sort of cradle the gentleman's head just so he didn't have to lie on the pavement, and just wait for paramedics. The gentleman who was already there seemed to have everything in control, and we just kept talking to the man who had fallen, trying to make sure that he stayed alert, because he did have a head injury of some type. There was a considerable amount of blood, and he was very alert, and he was more worried about his wife, and obviously she was worried about him. But we were able to tell her that he was talking to us. It was hard for her to hear him. And he just kept talking, and he was an excellent patient. The injured man applying pressure to his neck, so I had no idea who it was at that time, but I kind of noticed his voice as we were talking to the injured gentleman, but it wasn't registering because of the situation. But the older gentleman asked us our names at one stage, and when the other gentleman said his name was John, I did realise that it was a very distinct accent, and it was the actor John Malkovich. So, at the end, when the paramedics were taking the gentleman who fell away, he just looked over and said, "Thanks for your help." I thanked him. And it was kind of a little bit, probably still a little bit of a shock, just because of the amount of blood and that. It was just a strange situation, and I'm pretty sure I'm hoping it's turned out well for the gentleman who fell.